What it do, what it do, what it do. What's going on, everybody? Big country. Yeah, let me turn that daggone thing down so you don't hear it whistling throughout the ride. FaceTime blog. I haven't talked to you guys in a while, and I'm out here driving my taxi, because she does think my taxi's sexy. And whoever she is, I don't know, I've yet to figure out because the wife is embarrassed about my taxi. Anyway, I just wanted to kind of talk to you about things that go on in my mind and why it is, just so there's no assumptions or any misbeliefs out there, why it is that I do YouTube and what I think, is why I do YouTube, how I feel about YouTube, and, basically just the reasons I do what I do and why I do what I do. Because honestly, the past few years, I'll be honest, I had a good career. I was in a pretty important position with a financial services company in San Francisco, California. Actually, it was about a half hour north of it's a town called Sebastopol, but nobody seems to know where that's at. So I just use San Fran as a landmark when I talk about it. But the thing is, I'm from Charleston, West Virginia, or not in Charleston, but outside of Charleston, but so it's home for me. My mother got ill a while back, and I had to leave that company and come back home to take care of her. After being home a month, my mother passed, and quite honestly, this coming June next month will be the 5 year anniversary of her death. And honestly, dude, I still haven't recovered from it. And I hope I don't get shut up, but I don't know. Whatever happens, happens. So therefore, when I first got back here in West Virginia, a buddy of mine who has been talking to me forever when I was out, roaming across the country, he tried to talk me into. He kept saying, "If you ever come back home, I'll have you manage one of my McDonald's." Okay, fine. So I get back home because West Virginia's salary really isn't very good for economy and money wise. So I come back and I had a job lined out. So I started working with him, and like I said, I was home a month before my mother wound up passing. So I wound up after going through the loss of my mother, the funeral, and all the family stuff. I wound up sticking with McDonald's for about a year, and after about a year, I got done with it. That's when I started driving a cab, and driving a cab again. When I was in college, I drove this thing back in '98 for a while I was here part time while I was in school. But after about a year, McDonald's got tired of it. I come back to driving a cab, and I've been looking at this as pretty much as a break ever since. 'Cause I honestly got tired of corporate America, the responsibilities that come with the positions that I've held, and it gets old. It gets aggravating. A lot of people believe that once you get up into management, your job gets easier. And dude, it does not. Your job gets harder the higher you get because you got more and more responsibility, more and more people under you. And if they fuck up, because when you're a crew, it's anywhere, no matter what business. When you're an employee or just a crew member, you have one job basically, and that is yours. The higher you go, the more jobs you have. You have to know everything. But that's just part of progression. But anyway, I looked at the excuse to come back home as sort of getting a break from that for a while, but I didn't expect my mother to really pass that quickly. So it was kind of a catch-22. I wanted to get away from what I was doing for a while, but I was good at it, and I wanted to come home. But at the same time, I didn't want to lose my mother. But her 5 year anniversary is coming up, and it's next month. And like I said, I've been kind of doing this cab thing as a break. I'm making money at it. I got 2 degrees I can't even use here in Charleston. I mean, I can, but when it comes to the salary, it's just not worth it to make more money driving this damn taxi than I do in quote unquote a real job. So, but so during this break, I've kind of been looking for something to do, a hobby outside of just more than just games. I've always been a gamer. And I started watching YouTube a couple of years back. I mean, on a regular basis. What had happened is It was around the Modern Warfare 2 time. I was getting ready to pick up the game. I was wanting to see what the game was about. And so I can kind of get a little prepared for when I got it. And just there was a while that my house got broken into there at one time. My Xbox and everything was stolen. So I had to work my way back up to get me my Xbox. And I had already bought the Prestige Edition for Modern Warfare 2 before I got my Xbox back. The Modern Warfare 2 Prestige pack had the night vision goggles in it, which was kind of cool. So I was watching YouTube videos and just to kind of get ready for the game when I got my Xbox. So that's how I got into watching YouTube. And then after a while, I was like, well, I started YouTube searching how to record gameplay and commentary and how to make videos and all that. That's when I came across, different ways of doing it. I went ahead and at first I bought a Dazzle. After the first recording, it wasn't good enough for me. I took it back to Best Buy the next day and I ordered me an HD PVR off Amazon. And 3 days later, I had it. And that's how I started commentating. Now, why do I continue to do it? Because to me, it's still fun. I'll post a video when I want to post a video, when I enjoy it, when I have the time, and when I do make videos, I'm having a blast, honestly. And if I'm not really feeling into it, then I'm not going to make a video. It's just not going to happen. I appreciate what I get. I appreciate the views that I get, and the few people out there that actually enjoy what I do. Because as long as I enjoy what I do, and there's a few people out there that also enjoy what I do, then I'm cool with it. I know some of you's going to say, well, you're partnered, you get revenue. But, honestly, I swear to God, I mean, would it be great if I could live off this? Yes, it would be awesome. But at the same time, I don't let it worry about me. I don't let it worry me because I honestly do not care. I get what I get, and that's just the way it is. And there's a lot of people out there that worry about different things. And all I can say to that is I'm talking to the group between like 16 and 25. I'm 35 years old, or I'll be 35 in July. I am older, I'm married, and all that stuff. And I'm not saying that's excuses for anything, saying, automatically dismissing your concerns or whatever. But I will say this, that the older you get, you learn what to stress over, what not to stress over. And quite honestly, views is something not to stress over. Your priorities change, your mentality change, and that's just the way it goes. I mean, that's just the progression of life. Um, what I do love really is the relationships that I've built over YouTube and over Xbox. Nappy Boy, Big Snacks, Twit, J-Nuck, got Vegas Jamie, and that's just to name a few. The Spin D. I got a list that goes down. Flat Biscuit turned into a friend. Brian. There's a whole list of people to choose from. I'm not going to think about everybody. Shakedown and Octa's Magnum and Juice to drink the juice or Zeus to drink the juice. There's just so many names that I just can't really name them all. But those. I mean, granted, there's some of us that are closer to each other than others, but that's just part of the group, the YouTube family. I don't use the term online friends because if you're a friend, you're a friend, whether it's internet or not. You're a friend. But I think the term YouTube family might come into play though. Um, I have a blast. Even when we're all playing different games. We're on Skype. There'll be 6, 7 of us in Skype chatting away, but we're all playing different games. So we're not even really playing together all the time. We're just hanging out, talking, and some people are recording the conversations because we have some crazy ass talks. Different things are said at different times, but it's just ridiculous. But I think I'm getting off topic. But yeah, I mean, I enjoy the fact that I'm doing what I'm doing. I enjoy the people that I hang out with, and that I know that I have come to respect, and I learn I learn from people every day. And now, do we always get along? Hell no. Twit, Nappy, myself, and everybody else on a little clique. We argue. I'm not saying we argue all the time, because if you argue all the time, you're just going to stop hanging out with somebody. But we do get in arguments. We do back and forth. We do yell at each other at times. call each other stupid, or making stupid moves. Or, we do get in arguments. We don't always get along. We're not all happy-go-lucky, but but we're friends. And when you're friends and you have an argument, you're not friends anymore. You just don't stop being friends because you have an argument. Oh, excuse me. You just you respect your friend for being 100% honest with you. And if you don't, then you need to look into yourself. But that's just the way it is. And if you're friends, whether you argue or not. Now, we don't get along all the time. Me and Nappy has gotten into some heated arguments. Heated! But the next day, he'll either call me or I'll call him. We don't even think about what happened the night before. We're just like, what up? God damn it. We're dogs. Um, I don't know. Granted, I'm a small channel. And some people say, well, how can you have fun when you're not getting the views? Easy. As long as YouTube is, for me, an escape of reality, pretty much. I don't have to worry about work. I don't worry about my home, my wife, or anything like that while I'm doing a YouTube video. Do I have the time to put more effort into my videos? No. So with the way I would honestly label myself, I would label myself as a generic commentator. Why do I say that? All I do is record a video and talk over it. I don't do any special editing. I may do a little color correction just to make the video look a little better, but I don't put no more time into that 6 to 10 minutes that you hear me talking normally, unless I'm playing Minecraft. But I'm just playing the game anyway. Might as well hit the record button and say something to you. So that's not that big of a deal. Now, if I had more time, I really, honestly, really do wish I had more time to actually produce. I have a lot of things going in my head when it comes to editing and just movies and shows and things that I want to do. But as of right now, for me, it's just not possible. And there are times like right now, I'm on like day 4 of a fucking probably another 6 more days of just straight work. People who hang around me quite a bit will know that I often take about a week to 2 weeks straight to where I don't even game, I don't even get online, I don't do nothing. I do nothing but work for a week to 10 days or a little more. And why do I do that? I do that so I can build what I call my comfort roll, my bankroll, a little more to where if I do get a text one night, say, hey, let's go home and play some zombies. Cool. I can just take a night off work and go play some zombies. That's why I take that stretch of road. It happens maybe once a month. I'll do that. I'll work 7 to 10 days to where I can get a little bankroll up and to where I don't have to work as hard the remainder of the month. There's times that I also take 2 or 3 days off and I'm on the game nonstop. And people that are around me quite often know me for that, know that I do that. So, I don't know. I was just talking. I know I had a lot of random parts. I'm bouncing back and forth in some areas, but just to kind of give you an idea of the mind of country, is I honestly do not care about I don't care about what people think of me from the outside. I do. If I'm typing something wrong or if I say something wrong, it really doesn't bother me because my mind has kind of been on the off mode for a while. I turned it off when I got out of that job, and it really went off even more when my mother passed. And 5-year anniversary again is coming up. I haven't been to the grave. I haven't been to the cemetery since the day I buried her, and me and my sister buried her. I went up there and dug the hole. My mother wanted to be cremated, so I went up there and I dug the hole. It was a 2x2x2 hole, which is what the cemetery said I had to be. There's a lot of dirt that comes out of a 2x2x2 hole. I'm telling you that right now. So when we got her up there, we built a tomb. I'll be there in a minute, brother. I ain't answering your phone right now. My foot's on the cord. Get that up. But when we dug the hole, we put some concrete slabs around the floor and the wall. I put a layer of sand down. I put mom in there, and I'll fill her up with sand, and then I covered the whole thing up with dirt. And that's the last time that I've been to that cemetery, the day that I buried her. But I will be going up there next month. We got to talk to her, and yeah, that's just the way it is. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of give y'all an insight of what's going on in my head, why I do what I do, and a piece of advice: just have fun. Have fun doing what you're doing. If you have 100 subs, you're getting 20 views or 5 views, 10 views. Just interact with the ones that you have and enjoy it. Don't have any expectations of thinking people owe you anything. I asked nobody for nothing. I started this new channel, started it from scratch, and it's not taking off like some people think it should, or why it doesn't bother me. It just doesn't. I do what I do because that's what I have fun doing. And I appreciate the ones of you that do come in and say, what up, comment, like, and whatever. I appreciate the ones that do follow me, and I really, really do. Like I said, would I love to make a living out of it? Sure, who wouldn't? If I could make enough money off YouTube to stay home, I put up 5 videos a day. But you know what? I can't do that. And right now, that's not a realistic goal for me. So I'm not even worried about it. I just appreciate what I have and what I got and what I'm going to get. I get what I get, and that's just the way it is. And if you just keep that mentality and don't stress about the little things like that, you'll have a lot better, a lot more fun, and may even have a little more success. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'm going to go ahead and turn this video off. I just wanted to talk to you guys. Nice little FaceTime vlog in my taxi. And country out.